The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. BYU lines up quickly. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Stanley. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Bunch formation for these receivers. It's a reverse. Still on his feet at the 45. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Rising. Pulls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Powers through the defender. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Utah! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we... This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's rising. Coming after him. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Utes are marching down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Breaks the tackle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. The hand to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cougars! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Bulls his way forward. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Nice move to keep moving. The last time these two drew battle lines, it was BYU with the ethereal experience winning a close one.
And BYU took a lot of pride because they wore Utah down in that game, and they know they got to try to do that again in this one.
Yeah, and now Utah's heard about it for a whole year, and all they've thought about is payback and winning the state of Utah.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first conversion.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here comes the option. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. BYU right back to the line.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And they have converted their first two third down opportunities, but this one a third and long. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It is perfect.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down, 10 yards to go. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on second down. He'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Rising. Just a little off. Incomplete. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Finds his man, it's Parks. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Utes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Cougars want to move quickly.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
On second down, looking to throw. He's got it. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. Quickly complete. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Quick release by the QB. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. BYU lines up with a first and goal. Back to the air one more time. Steps away to find some room. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to UNLV. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Going to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Dave. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And the returner will be brought down. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in on the left. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Stanley. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. 1st down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Rising. Trying to get to him. Getting some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, BYU-Utah is must-see TV, and today is no different. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
And the Utes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. He'll do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. BYU lines up quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Looking left. Complete downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Splits the uprights, it's good. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Feeling some heat. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. To throw, it's Retzlaff. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Good, right down the boulevard.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The give to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Bernard. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Utes send out the punt unit. My goodness, he's still moving. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. The Cougars are in the hurry-up.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes a move. Oh, what a cut! Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The give from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Quarterback on the keeper. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On the run, it's Bernard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Back to throw, it's Rising. They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Jacksonville State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. BYU right back to the line. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Now they'll run the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give out of the gun. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Offense lining up quickly. Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Makes the grab down the middle. And the Cougars pick up the first down. New set of downs after that completion. The inside handoff. Runs through a tackle. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They get to the line quickly. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. BYU with the 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. A little screen to the running back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. They go to the draw, fighting off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out from inside it, and he coughs it up inside the 20. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Back to pass, it's Retzlaff. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. Never a doubt.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Parks. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Cougars headed quickly to the line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Setting up the screen. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackler. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Utes decide to punt it away. Running it back, it's Davis. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun, the ground game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. BYU lines up quickly. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That last completion has him set up, second and short. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese is closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at slot position.
On third down, going up top. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Complete out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? On first down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. Makes his man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for space, it's Bernard. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They move the tight end all over. Leaves it with the back. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Utes will punt this one away. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Going up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. So after the first down run, here's second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they get him down.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Using his legs, it's Bernard. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. To the air, it's rising. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fair catch called for and made. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
On second down, wants to throw it. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Ordinarily on 2nd and 10 you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll try the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big one.
The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time got to push the ball down the field. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Getting some heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year, and this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded, and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, it kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they've played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to take some time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.